I created a new world today, but now I am in it as the god of this world. I have to create and run my own village. But first, let's add our villagers here. Come on, my handsome. The controls here are like real-time strategy. First and foremost, we are building a town center for villagers. And if they work together, the construction will be finished faster. We can observe what it looks like with a normal overview in Minecraft. Now we have access to other types of buildings, and there are not a few, as you can see. I know for a fact that before we start building, we're gonna need more wood. To the work of my little villagers. To recruit villagers, we need food. 50 meals for one villager. So let's direct one of the villagers to this sheep. And we just might hire 2 more villagers. That would be appropriate. Villagers have been hired for a while, and then they show up right here. It looks really nice. And I already have a special task for this villager. I will send him to mine his ore. It's needed for most of the buildings. Also, villagers need somewhere to store resources, so let's build a warehouse quickly. And as you can see, there is an indicator of how much of what the villager has in his inventory. As you can imagine, I'm constantly hiring new villagers, and you have to make sure they don't loiter. Now we have to build them a house because there's a population limit, and you can increase it by building houses. Well, and I'm not overhiring villagers. And as you can see, I've hit the maximum population. Now we have to wait for the house to be built. And now it's time to build a field to grow food. Here, as you can see, there is a simple village and even a golem, behaving as he always does. I want to test how villagers act with my different commands. Whether the villager can get food from other people's beds. Let's see. Whoops, he started getting food. It's stealing, of course, but if you want to live, you've got to make the best of it. It's stealing, of course, but if you want to live, you've got to make the best of it. I also want to build a barracks, see who I can hire there. The forge is also worth building. And here are the warriors we can hire. There is a warrior with an axe and a warrior with a crossbow, as I understand it. So I hired one fighter, but he's still an axeman. I'll see what his fight with the spider looks like. He's got his hatchet out. Overall, he's clearly stronger than the average spider, but the fight looks very funny. It's like he's stuck. There are improvements in the forge as I see it. This improvement is for both the axe warrior and the crossbowman, and we can also hire an iron golem. That's interesting. And then there's this big tower, and now it needs a place to put it, and I think it needs more space. The golem we hired at the forge itself doesn't want to attack normal mobs. It needs a decree to attack. Now it's time to build the most massive building. This is the castle. You can probably hire something cool in it. Alright, brother, it's time to recycle you. Well, that's a weird drop you got there. These villagers have finished the past ore deposit and now stand idle. No order! Quickly dig a new ore deposit! Interesting. Zombies aren't interested in villagers. Okay, we need to build more fields. We need more food. More food! I also want to build another house and see what a defense tower looks like. There's plenty of wood to build with right now. Just as I thought, there are a lot of new buttons in the fortress. There is an option to summon a captain who gives aura to the fighters. There is also a Ravager and an upgrade for it that allows you to add a rider to the Ravager. I'm also continuing to build new fields. After all, I wish I could test all types of troops that are available in this civilization. There's also a bridge and it looks great. I'll check how it's built and if it works correctly. And I understand I can even do a long bridge, and it's apparently very convenient. Oh, bullshit. It's stuck. Sometimes they have to help them out of silly situations, but it doesn't happen very often, and it doesn't really get in the way. Oh yeah, and now I'm going to check out the iron golem building function, but no longer using the forge. I think it's a cool feature if you're going to siege an enemy base. Alright, the golem is ready. In the meantime, I continue to build beds, and hiring more villagers. The main thing is to assign them to their tasks in time. Oh no, it's the man again. He's stuck. Bro, you're an adult villager. It's time to stop confusing the 2 blocks. Get back to work, bro, and I will continue my work. I will continue to improve your village. And now I want to fight 2 golems, one of them wild, so to speak, and the second is already our fighter from our village. As you can see, the wild golem hits more often, and it wins. While I'm completing the village, I've put together a small unit of 3 troop types. I want to see how they will behave in a joint attack. Overall, they did well, but not as briskly as I thought they would. I think if you have a 10 vs 10 or more fight, it would look cool. I'm also wondering if they can destroy blocks somehow. For example, would Ravager be able to demolish a house or not? Apparently not. But what if we attack the structure the player built? Since there's an attack on our own, we can build a house and see if our fighters can destroy it. Well, the house is ready, it's time to give the order to attack, and we see them kind of destroying it, and it's quite noticeable. This is what it looks like up close. There are explosions and blocks gradually disappearing. Also, the building is losing health points. It's basically a structure. Oh yeah, I forgot to build the only building. It's pretty interesting too. I'll get more villagers to build it at once. I just now noticed that it says percentage of construction progress. Very handy, and overall the building is fragile as I understand it. The building is complete, and there's some research for potions, and then there's the ability to summon vexings. I also want to just build a lot of barracks, and see if it's convenient to hire a lot of fighters at once. So all 3 barracks are complete. Great, now it's time to see how it works. Yep, you can select all 3 barracks at once and hire units in them at the same time. That's pretty cool. Damn it, I've built so many fields and still not enough food. I guess I didn't assign enough villagers to it. My mistake. I only ended up hiring 2 axe-wielding fighters. That's not bad either. At least these 2 dudes can punch a zombie in the face, but basically, fighting regular mobs makes no sense here. This strategy mode is perfect to play with a friend. I think I'll try it out soon. Even those fights look fun though. Well, my village is ready. In fact, I realized that playing in this mode is much more interesting with someone. And I think if you gain a lot of likes under this video, I will shoot another video but not alone. In the meantime, check out some of my other videos. Bye guys.